Most players had no idea this even happened, but Ubisoft just pulled the plug on its entire ecosystem worldwide, and it might be one of the most important behind-the-scenes events of 2026 so far. On February 3rd, the company initiated an emergency maintenance window that took every Ubisoft service offline across PlayStation 5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PC, and even mobile platforms. No Rainbow Six Siege, no The Division, no Assassin's Creed Online services, no The Crew, no For Honor. Everything was inaccessible for roughly 4 hours. What makes this even more surprising is how it was handled. Players received a warning just 10 minutes before the shutdown actually began. At 13 UTC, services went down, and they didn't come back until around 17 UTC. That's a massive disruption window for a company of Ubisoft's size, especially with such short notice. Now here's the part that's really interesting. You'd expect social media to explode, Down Detector to spike, and players to flood forums with complaints. But reports stayed relatively low. Why? Timing. In the United States, it happened in the middle of the morning. In Europe, it was during standard working hours. And in Asia and Oceania, it hit late at night or early in the morning while most players were asleep. Whether intentional or just incredibly convenient, the outage landed in a window where a huge chunk of the global player base simply wasn't online. Officially, Ubisoft called this emergency maintenance, but the sudden nature of it sparked speculation across the industry. There are unconfirmed reports suggesting this may have been a defensive response to recent targeting of Ubisoft systems by hacker groups. Nothing has been publicly confirmed, but the lack of warning and the total scope of the shutdown have people wondering if this was more than just routine maintenance. And then, just 2 days later, Ubisoft will be scheduling another disruption, this time specifically for The Division 2. On February 4th, a planned maintenance window was announced to apply infrastructure updates to the game's dedicated environment. This one is clearly categorized as proactive infrastructure management, not an emergency. The schedule varies by region, starting on February 5th at 9:30 a.m. CET, 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and 12:30 a.m. Pacific Time, with an estimated duration of 5 hours. So the big question is, what's actually going on here? Was the global blackout a sign of deeper security concerns, or just a massive behind-the-scenes systems overhaul that needed immediate action? What do you think this means for Ubisoft's future services and for The Division 2 in particular? Do you think this was a defensive move, or just badly communicated maintenance? And should players be worried about more outages like this happening again? If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into The Division, Ubisoft updates, and what's really happening behind the scenes, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one.